Has been prompting on my spirit to come before you to give you some further instructions for the 3 days of darkness. So the 3 days of darkness is truly amongst us right now. And God is prompting his children to prepare your homes. He's also placed on my spirit that there's a lot of his children who have no clue what the 3 days of darkness is. So for 3 days, planet Nibiru will cover the sun. And as it covers the sun, the earth temperature is going to drop. Once the earth temperature drops, the earth can fall into a freezing mode, but God is going to hold the temperature of the earth. So therefore, earth does not freeze. During those 3 days, you're not to look outside at all. You are to go inside of your house. Don't open the door. Don't look out the window, because whoever looks out the window, it's immediately, you'll be immediately unalived. Demons will walk the earth and they will feast off of the souls of the people on the earth. The deep part about it is,
I hope I didn't start over. Alright, so she mentioned something. I've been hearing rumors about the planet Nibiru. Hope y'all can hear me. Right? I had this dream more than once. I think a total of 3 times, if not 2. Right? But I had this vivid dream of planets being very close to the earth. I'm talking about, you ever seen some of those movies where there was a planet like gigantic, that so gigantic, it was that close to the earth, right? It was vivid, and it was like more than, I think it was like 3 planets that was close to the earth. So when she brings this up, I find that that's what makes me think about that, right? I've been saying for years now, ever since I began to get a better understanding of why did the Most High destroy the earth with the flood, and I came to the knowledge of what disobedient angels did, and what they taught mankind, and what they began to do is create these abomination beings, not just sleeping with women and perhaps men as well, but creating artificial beings, extraterrestrial beings, right? And those beings, right, began to wreak havoc on earth, and people was dealing with these beings. We read about some of these things in Enoch, and we read about the wars that took place with Moses, Joshua, Caleb, right, when they was warring with giants. But notice how the Bible doesn't really give you the full of what people were battling, because, you know, as she, like other men and women, been prophesying. Now, we don't know these things to be true, right? Do I believe this is true? Right? However, we know the powers that be like to play games, right? As my wife says, right? But one thing I do know is that there is going to be a revealing, and a revealing of these species that are among us, both invisible and visible, because there's beings that's visible and beings that are invisible, right? And there's going to be a showing of what's been operating in the midst of our government, controlling our government, right? Those who rule the world, right, is not people, allegedly. But let's continue.
A lot of people don't know about it. So what you're going to see is people are going to see a light show in the sky. It's going to be, it looks like aurora lights in the sky. It could be at day, it could be at night, but people will break out their cameras, they're going to start recording, they're going to be amazed by it, they're going to be intrigued by it. But this is your cue to get home. This is your cue to stop everything you're doing and run.
We all have understanding in part, and I'm speaking of believers. We understand in part, a lot of us. Every group to some degree understand in part. Every individual understands in part and have certain gifts, right? Like the gifts of prophecy, right? But even those that prophesize the Most High's truth, right? They do not know how all these things are going to play out definitively. The Most High give it to them in pieces, or give it to us in pieces.
The window. You're going to hear screams, you're going to hear cries, you're going to hear people pleading for their life, because it's going to be a feast for these demons. It's going to be a major feast that's going on. They're going to hunt souls. They're going to hunt you. If you're outside, you can't make it home, do your best to go in a restaurant bathroom and do your best